All right, quick video. Let's talk stardom and sit 'em for week one matchup with the Chicago Bears for the Detroit Lions in Chicago. We do both sides, so hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And yeah, man. I don't know what fantasy everybody plays. Some people play standard fantasy, Yahoo NFL.com. I'm one of the FanDuel DraftKings type of guy because I don't have to be stuck with a lineup the whole season. I don't really care for that, so I just play FanDuel. I can win money every week. Every game I play, I can win money. So, and when I come to fantasy, I'm only NBA, NFL, opening day for Major League Baseball. But some people may not have no other option but to play some of these players in the game. So, I mean, when you look at the offenses, start off with the Bears offensively. Trubisky's had a lot of success versus Matt Patricia offense. These are the facts. He's threw a lot of touchdowns, and one thing we do know about opening day, there haven't been preseasons, haven't been real training camps, joint practices. Tackling is going to be at a premium. It's probably going to be a little bit, sloppy. Usually the offenses are slower to come together than the defenses, but tackling is also a bad thing for defense. So Trubisky, if you have him, it's probably a stardom. But once again, you do have Corey Uland. So it's a lot of unknowns when you talk about week one in fantasy. You don't know how rookie's going to perform. You don't know who improved, who fell off, or who going to get injured. One thing I don't know is if Uland going to have full control of the defense, or will Patricia install the game plan and he put the play through the headset? Will he veto some, or would he say we need to go man here, we need to go cover three here? So I don't know how much control or how full of the reins Uland has over the defense. So I'm just going to assume here that it's still going to be a beta male bend don't break defense, and if it's that, Trubisky will flourish. So out of this game, if I got Trubisky, I'm probably starting him. David Montgomery, if I got him, he's going to play. He's limited, but he's going to play. In the Lions historically, we only can go off of last year. They did improve with Nick Williams, Danny Shelton, Jared Davis still in the middle. I think about it, but Matt Nagy don't like to run the ball. So I'll probably say no to David Montgomery because I don't think they're going to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Tyreek Cohen is probably the way I'm going to go because he's going to get a lot of catches. But also there's kind of, if I had to choose between Montgomery and Cohen, I'm probably going to go with Cohen because Matt Nagy is a pass-happy guy. He don't like to run the ball. But buyers beware FanDuel DraftKings on Cohen because Jamie Collins is an exceptional coverage linebacker. Now, if we can get Cohen on Davis, which is probably going to be the matchup, I love Cohen. So I'm going to go with Cohen start, Trubisky start him. And then the interesting thing comes here, Jimmy Graham and the receivers. If Collins going to be covering tight ends and Deron Harmon, I'm a no-go on Jimmy Graham. I sit him. The receivers, I'm starting both of them, Miller, and I'm starting Allen Robinson. So I'm starting both of them. I just think Trufant is burnt toast, and I take my chance with Miller on the outside in the slot with Orakwe or Justin Coleman. So my stardom for the Bears, as far as offensively, I'm going to roll the dice on Trubisky, Cohen. Also, I'm going to roll the dice on Miller and Allen Robinson coming back home in D, even though there's no fans here. I'm going to sit David Montgomery and anybody else I can think. I don't know. I'm going to sit David Montgomery and I'm going to sit Jimmy Graham. All right? Defensively, no crowd, shouldn't be hard. On the road, no crowd, that's going to change it. Robert Quinn might not play. Defensively, it's 50-50. If I'm FanDuel and the Bears cheap, 4,300, I don't know what they are this week, 4,000, I think about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm 50-50 on them. You can start them if you want. Now, let's get to the interesting part, the Lions. I'm a no-go on the running backs. I'm just okay on them. But who I love in this game is Hockenson. I start him because I believe. And if you on FanDuel, you got a tight end injury at the last minute, try Jesse James out. I think they will feature the tight ends a lot more. All right? I do figure that. I think the tight ends are a big play here. I love them. All right? Kenny Galladay is always a stardom. He's just too good not to. Got to start Kenny Galladay. Got to start Marvin Jones. Don't know who the cornerback he playing against. Jalen something. In Amendola, Buster Screen, I think they got it in the slot. He one of the best slot receivers, but he on the injury report. I like the Lions pass catchers. I like all of them. Start them all. Matthew Stafford, you start him. You start him. You start him. So I like both quarterbacks. If you have to ask me to pick, if you kind of like, okay, who should I pick between the two? Well, the Lions, I'm starting all the pass catchers. You know what I'm saying? Amendola if he plays, Jones, Galladay, Hockenson. If you got an emergency backup tight end, you need a tight end or whatever, Jesse James. I'm saying no to the backs. Stafford, I say okay to him. But if I had to pick, who am I starting? If I had to decide money wise, or I'm in a pickle if I got Stafford and Trubisky, I'm gonna probably go Trubisky. You know, just for the simple fact that I think the Bears' defense is stronger, and he's historically torqued the Lions. If I had to go with the backs, obviously I'm gonna roll with Tyreek Cohen. That's the only back I like in this game. If I had to go tight ends, love the Lions tight ends. Now, this is the interesting thing. Pass catchers. Who would I rather go with? If I had Allen, Robinson, Miller, Jones, Amendola, those guys, I think it's a pick 'em. So, those are the guys I'm starting. I think the Lions defense as well. At your own risk. You know what I'm saying? If you think I'm sitting them, if you had to put a bullet to my head or gun to my head and say, am I sitting the Bears defense? I'm sitting them. I think it's better plays across the board. But if I had to pick a defense, I'd probably go with the Bears. They already know what they're about. You know what I'm saying? So no crowd noise. They shouldn't be no false starts this game unless Stafford do a hard count. So I'm gonna probably pick the Bears defense, but I'm not fine on either one of them. So it's fantasy. It's not 1, 2, 3. Regular football. This X's and O's. It's fantasy. So it's a lot of unknowns going into week 1. Usually the matchups in fantasy that you don't think is good, they end up being good and taken advantage of. So, but yeah, those are my startums and sit-ems. Not too many sit-ems. And once again, remember, we think this game is going to be under 44 points. So we just talking about this game. There's a lot of great choices out there. We just talking about this game on Sunday. So it's a lot of great choices out there outside this game. This isn't a game that I stack. If I'm playing FanDuel or whatever, this is not a game I stack. I think this game is probably going to be low scoring. But I think you got to trust these guys' talent. You got to trust Trubisky's history. You got to trust Stafford's aggressiveness, saying he's going for MVP. Galladay, he does have a hamstring issue, but he got a great matchup versus Kyle Fuller. Amendola is good in the slot, but the one I love, if I had to give you one major play, if you hung around long enough, one major play for this game, I love Hockenson in this game. That's my power play. My guy I'm playing is Hockenson. The guy I'm not playing is Jimmy Graham. So that's just what I'm feeling. I could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, response, your video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. One time for the one time. Don't forget to check out my backup channel, Goodfellas Sports TV, right here on YouTube. We go.